Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're enjoying yourself. You're watching Open. I'm the Doc Bob Lee. And our next guest is the Deputy Director and Director of Development and Creative Artworks. And she joins us today to speak about the art and skills development programs provided to the under-resourced New York City youth. So please welcome to the show. She's waiting to see if I'm going to say her name right. Karen Jolicoeur. Welcome.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Is it in there? Did we do it correctly? I know.
Yes, yes. Well done.
Well, thank you. Tell us about all that you're doing. First of all, tell us about you, who you are, and what the program's all about.
Well, I'm the Deputy Director of the organization, coming up on 9 years with Creative Artworks.
Yeah. And
we exist to empower New York City youth through the arts, specifically the visual and multimedia arts. Mm-hmm. So all of our programs equip young people with essential tools and skills that they frequently would otherwise lack the access to. We aim to connect them to their academic life, to their communities, to future career possibilities, and ultimately to inspire them to new possibilities and ideas for the future.
Yeah, and what are these programs all about? Tell us about it.
Well, we have a variety of ways that we put that mission into practice. We serve a number, several hundred students through in-school programs in New York City public schools. We do a lot of out-of-school time programming also, after-school weekend school vacations. We do a lot of community art making, which has, of course, taken a little bit of a step back during the pandemic at large community events. And we might be best known for our public art youth employment program, a creative workforce development program where we give kids jobs creating large-scale public art and multimedia projects.
Sounds good. What age group do you deal with?
4 to 24. So the school programs are K to 12 and after school, of course, and then the public art youth employment programs skew to teens and young adults.
And what do students learn?
Well, in addition to learning, a whole host of technical artistic skills, they learn things like persistence. Art making is an iterative process, and you need to go back over and over. And we teach things through that process, like a mistake might be an opportunity, rather than a setback. Our young people have to confront the fact that they might feel not very successful at something straight out of the gate, but over time they begin to see their skills develop, and then they might see a little more out in the art world about just what can be accomplished and think, oh, I still have a ways to go. So it's a real process of growth.
Karen, why is it so important to have these art and development programs available to our New York City youth?
Well, we really see this as an equity issue. Access to the artistic experience is, we believe, an essential human right, really. And in the schools, where for a long time the trend was towards having students be very successful on a test, bubble in the right answer, sometimes the danger then is that everything narrows around that which is getting measured. And the experience can get very narrow and a little bit dull, particularly for students who might really come alive through the artistic process more so than in other ways. If they never get the opportunity to try, or their teachers or administrators never see them through that lens, then that is a whole area that gets closed to that student. And the irony is that we know, and it's been proven time and time again, that experience with the arts has a direct impact on success in school and success in career later in life. We hear how companies who are looking to hire people really are challenged to find creative thinkers, and so in order to get there, we need to give kids opportunities to ask questions and explore, and not only be stuffed with content that they can bubble in.
Now, we ask a lot of organizations and a lot of people questions about COVID-19 and how they've navigated through the pandemic. What have you and your company done so far?
Have we beat the word pivot to death enough quite yet? But we really did. We put all of our creative skills into practice as an organization and brought everything online. We had to stop while the schools just closed up and decided, how are we going to reach these kids? What are we going to do next? And we very quickly brought our programs online, first making asynchronous opportunities available via our website and via our community and school partners, and ultimately teaching online. And then we noticed that this distribution of electronic and technical equipment and more equitable access to internet and such might just be an opportunity that we could exploit for good, and began providing a lot of digital arts programming online. And most recently, last spring, when we could again begin to have staff in the office safely for some parts of time, we sourced and collated and packed up and distributed hundreds of art to-go bags. I think about 600 of them were distributed in the Bronx from out in front of schools, so that we could get those materials into the hands of kids, because the digital world has become, a bit all pervasive and all consuming, and we really did want kids to get back to the tactile experience that visual art materials provide as well. So it's been constant innovation mode for
it's been a challenge.
And we did, the other thing that might be really important to mention is that in the summer of 2020, the city initially announced that they were going to cancel the Summer Youth Employment Program. And that is where we get the majority of our youth apprentices for the largest portion of our youth employment program that happens in the summer. So we created an entirely digital program and committed to hiring 50 youth apprentices at our own expense, and ran a very robust public art youth employment program in the summer of 2020. And we kept that digital portion in force in the summer of 21, when we also got back to making large-scale public art in person.
Well, let me see. I can see some things on your screen that you wanted to mention. Let me take a better look. Did you mention those things yet?
Oh, well, I was looking to remind myself of a couple of street addresses, because your audience might know some of our public art. If their young people haven't participated in our programs in schools in the Bronx, they might know some of our public art. We frequently partner with Powell. We have work on their Webster Ave Center and over in Longwood. We have public art inside of the Bronx Family Court. A few different projects that we've done in partnership with the Family Court for the Bronx location.
Excellent. Where can we go for more of this wonderful information?
Well, our website is creativeartworks.org. That's art singular, works plural. And we have a blog there that shows lots of recent stories of the youth and the art, and the impact of the art on them, and the impact of their art on their community. And you can also please support our work there. That's also linked on the website. These are very strange and unpredictable times, and we would love to expand our resources to keep getting out there and providing this work to thousands of New York City kids.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all the work that you guys are doing. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Karen Jolicoeur. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She's the Deputy Director and Director of Development, Creative Artworks. We appreciate everything that you guys are doing for our youth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, more coming up next. We'll take a break and we'll give it to you on Open.